Every day, millions of people stare at screens filled with blinking numbers, spinning reels, rising charts, and falling fortunes. Some call it investing. Some call it gambling. But beneath the surface, it's all driven by a single creature. The ancient human brain, built long before casinos, long before stock markets, long before we even had cities. For almost all of human history, risk wasn't optional. Risk was breakfast, lunch, and sometimes the thing that ate you for dinner. Imagine you're a hunter. You see two paths. One path is safe but empty. The other path has a 30% chance of food and a 10% chance of getting mauled. Which do you choose? Most ancestors took the risky path. Why? Because choosing safety guaranteed nothing. Risk offered opportunity. That instinct carved by survival is still inside us today. Except now, instead of spears and wild animals, we point our stress toward price charts, sports bets, lottery tickets, and crypto pumps. The environment's changed, but the wiring didn't. Humans evolved to chase possibility, not certainty. And that single evolutionary glitch makes risk feel delicious. Inside your skull, a tiny chemical flickers like a mischievous spark plug, dopamine. People misunderstand this molecule. Dopamine isn't the chemical of pleasure. It's the chemical of anticipation. It's the feeling right before the result, the rising tension, the moment your heartbeat performs an extra tap. Gamblers don't get addicted to winning. They get addicted to maybe. Investors don't get hooked on money. They get hooked on what could happen next. Brain scans comparing people, placing sports bets versus people, making stock trades show almost identical dopamine spikes. The subjects may believe they're doing different activities, but the brain files both under uncertain reward, potentially high value. This produces stronger dopamine than guaranteed rewards, which is why the moment just before the result feels better than the result itself. Casinos and financial markets share a hidden skeleton, the variable reward system. It's the same behavioral loop that makes slot machines addictive and traders overconfident. This system means you win sometimes, you lose sometimes, and even if you're smart, you can't predict the timing. This unpredictability turbocharges curiosity and emotional arousal. It's why a stock can stay flat for months, then erupt 40% in a day. It's why a football underdog can win a match and shock millions of bettors. It's why a slot can pay nothing for 40 spins, then suddenly throw a bonus feature like confetti. The brain loves patterns. Variable rewards destroy patterns. The brain hates that, which makes you keep trying to solve the puzzle, the perfect failure loop. Book. But in both worlds, there's always a margin you can't see. The house edge. The market randomness. The illusion gives confidence. Confidence gives risk. Risk gives dopamine. Loop. Humans crave control like lungs crave air. When we don't have it, we manufacture it. Gamblers believe lucky charms work. Traders believe they can predict market tops. Sports bettors think they've found the perfect model. But behind the curtain, randomness giggles. Psychologists call this the illusion of control. Experiments show that when people feel involved, they think they influence random outcomes. Roll a dice yourself. Feels controllable. Have someone else roll it. Feels unpredictable. Now amplify that with money on the line. Investors often believe, if I just research enough, I'll beat the market. Gamblers often believe, if I just study enough stats, I'll beat the book. But in both worlds, there's always a margin you can't see. The house edge. The market randomness. The illusion gives confidence. Confidence gives risk. Risk gives dopamine. Loop complete. The human mind is twice as sensitive to losses as it is to gains. Lose 100? Feels terrible. Win 100? Feels okay. This bias shows up everywhere. Gamblers chase losses desperately. Traders refuse to close losing positions. Investors hold falling stocks saying it'll come back. Sports bettors double bets after losing streaks. Loss aversion is the engine behind tilt, revenge trading, and emotional gambling. The pain of losing is so sharp. The brain locks onto the idea of one more bet restoring equilibrium. But the problem is, logic takes a nap during pain. People don't admit it out loud, but risk makes humans feel intensely alive. There's something magnetic about uncertainty. It adds color to an otherwise predictable existence. This is why even financially stable people trade meme coins, bet on parlays, enter high volatility markets, play casino games for fun. It scratches an itch nothing else can reach. It feels like the brain stretching its shoulders. And that's not accidental. Humans evolved in a dangerous world. Risk isn't a glitch, it's a feature. One of the most powerful illusions in risk psychology is the gambler's fallacy. It's the belief that past events influence future outcomes, when they don't. If a roulette wheel lands on black 5 times, beginners think red is due. Markets fall for months and people say, a reversal has to happen soon. But reality doesn't care. The coin has no memory. The market has no sympathy. This fallacy creates a dangerous confidence loop. The more wrong you are, the more right you feel. Research shows that when people experience even small wins, they become overconfident. The brain interprets early success as skill, even if it was just luck. This happens in crypto bull markets, casino hot streaks, sports betting after a few good weeks, day trading after a few green trades. Overconfidence makes people bet bigger, take riskier trades, ignore warnings, overestimate their edge. It's the difference between controlled risk and reckless desire. This chapter features real historical examples for faceless narration. The chess champion who lost millions in casinos, the Wall Street trader who went bankrupt chasing one last trade, the sports analytics genius who beat sportsbooks for years, the poker pro who discovered risk management better than any finance textbook, the crypto investor who turned $10K into $2 million, then back into $300, the institutional trader who quit after realizing markets mimic casinos. Each story ties psychological biases to real consequences, with cinematic tension. Neither casinos nor markets need to cheat. They simply exploit human tendencies. Dopamine loops, overconfidence, illusion of control, loss aversion, pattern seeking, emotional decision-making. Casinos use lights, sounds, near misses, jackpots. Markets use volatility, news cycles, unpredictable price action. Both create emotional urgency. Successful gamblers, traders, and investors share the same traits. They think in probabilities. They expect losses. They avoid emotional decisions. They focus on long-term edges. They understand randomness. They never bet more than they can survive losing. Professionals treat risk like a tool, not a thrill. They don't crave excitement. They crave consistency. Risk makes us human. It elevates our senses, sharpens our instincts, and wakes up dormant corners of the mind. But to thrive, we must understand it. Risk can be a teacher, a trap, a thrill, or a path to financial freedom. The difference is awareness. Master your psychology, and you master the game. If you learned something powerful today, hit subscribe